Breathe it in, boys. Scoop the nuts. Today's the day. Rejoice and be glad in it. Let's get it. Hi, Thumos, and welcome back. Let me ask you a simple question. What is this missing? What is it missing? Because here's this beautiful little corncob pipe. You know, I can go like this. All I want, nothing's going to come out. Something's missing. We need tobacco, baby. We need that American red tobacco. We need that zest. We need to put some zest in our pipe, and then we need to light that sucker. And a lot of us are like this corncob pipe, all right? We're empty. We're missing a key element, a key ingredient. You know what that is? It's heart. That missing link is heart. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing this more than ever. There's got to be a heart, man. There's got to be a freaking spirit inside of you that wakes up, and that it's a spirit that isn't afraid to figure things out along the way. It is a spirit to make things happen even when you don't know how they're going to happen. If you're missing this, it's going to be very, very hard to make money. It's going to be very hard to get out of sticky situations and pickles. It's going to be very hard to assert yourself as a man. When, you have all this pressure, your girlfriend's parents are telling you to get married, get married. Your family's asking you, what are you doing for a career? What are you doing with your life? People, you start to, without heart, man, that all affects you. And that gets in. And it makes you feel like you're stuck. And see, the world is like pulling your heart out of you, man. It's making you lose this ability to shift things, to poke and to prod and to make things happen as you go along the way, to figure things out as you go. This is just a quick little analogy. Yesterday, this is a bloody simple story. I should come up with something better, but I was going to the gym, right? And I'm pulling into the parking garage like I always do, but there's a sign that says, parking full. And I'm like, there's no way the parking's full at this time of day. Not happening. Something's up. So I pull in anyway. I'm not going back home. I couldn't even park on the street. There's nowhere to park on the street. I'm not going back home. I'm working out. Okay? So I scooped my nuts and I drove my little car up that ramp. And I saw the lady. I'm like, hey, I smile at her. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm not being stupid, lady. She sees me all the time, though. She knows. She's like, I got you, sweetie. I got you, sweetie. And she holds that gate open, and I say, thank you so much. I really need to lift. Thank you. No problem, sweetie. It's amazing what you can do when you just try. When you ask for help, when you have some heart, dude, and you go in there, you say, please, I need to work out, sir, ma'am. Don't impede me from this. Help me. The world will actually help you if you show some interest. But we need heart, boys. We need heart. Boldness has tremendous, tremendous power. Just being bold in your life has tremendous amounts of power. And there's this element of playing by your rules and not having so many rules that it scares you not to live your life. I see my sister, and I think a lot of young people these days, millennial, Zoomer generation, they went to college, and college told them a specific set of rules on how to live their life. And so they leave college, and they play by these rules that are kind of just given to them. They're not questioned. They don't know why they're in place. They think they're good in order to keep peace and keep everything equal and, keep things going. But they don't know why. And they're scared to step out of the boundaries of those rules, the limitations. And it's a shame to see that, because it's like, I see this smart individual that has so much power, so much potential, but they're limited by the world. They're limited by the fear of breaking the rules. And there's that lack of heart. There's this lack of fire. There's this lack of zest, stuck in there, man. And then lit that thing up and start puffing, And it's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me. Another one. I went to the DMV. It was about a year ago. And I needed to get my stickers. But I didn't have the appropriate documents. I had like one document. I needed another one. Somehow I lost it. I forgot it at home or something. And I walk in there. I didn't know. I thought I had the documents that I needed. And the lady's like, listen, you don't have your document. I'm like, listen, I just had a long drive. I really need to get this. You mind helping me out? You mind helping me get this thing done? And she's like, you know what? She looked around. Don't tell anyone it is. And she said, do me a favor though. Leave me a Google review. And I was like, no problem. I'll leave you the best Google review you ever had. And I did. I did exactly that. She helped me out. I helped her out. Most people are willing to help you. And it's literally like a lack of trying on your part that is going to keep you from winning these little battles. And so what ends up happening is when you're afraid of other people, when you don't have that heart, that desire to just get stuff done, knock it out of the way, what happens? You sweep it under the rug, right? You let it hide. And then that stuff builds up. And it builds up until it's a freaking monster that you don't want to look at. And you haven't figured it out yet. But I'm telling you, you keep sweeping under the rug, man, you're going to be miserable. The only way to go about this life is to have immense amount of heart. You wake up in the morning, you have heart. You're going to make shit happen. It's just like that. It's really that simple. You're just going to try another day. And if you don't beat yourself up. You don't get miserable and then go on forums and say, I'm depressed and this and that. And, no. You bring the fire, man. You keep bringing it day in and day out. You try. That's all you got to do. Okay? Another thing we got to talk about is just realizing that being a man and someone being the kind of person that tries makes you valuable. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily make you valuable to other people, but it needs to make you valuable to yourself and how you view yourself. You need to have this like self-esteem that just because you're trying and that you're trying to achieve, you're trying to conquer, you're trying to become, that is a bloody good damn gift. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people that in this world, they don't have to try. They never really had to try. They don't have to scoop their nuts. Hell, if you're a female, you don't have nuts to scoop. You never had to scoop your nuts. And so a lot of guys are like always afraid of women and not even afraid, but let's just, they don't have this special look on themselves. And women will always say, what do the women always say? Men just need confidence. I want a guy with confidence. You know what that means? It just means I want a guy that is better than me. Seriously, it means I want a guy that's better than me, that I look up to. Not someone that I'm like, that's equal to me. The world doesn't tell you this because it wants you to be equal. And women have their own special gifts. But you as a man, your gift is the fact that you don't put on makeup. It's the fact that you don't just sit around and wait for someone to approach you. We're the hunters. We're the achievers. We're the conquerors. We become as men by trying to build ourselves up, to create ourselves, to develop our personality. We have to do these things. If you're a good-looking guy, you're just a good-looking guy. But if you're a good-looking girl, you're a good-looking girl that has a lot of opportunities open for her. And you have a lot of things coming your way. Not saying that life is not tough for you women. I know it is. But it's a different kind of tough. It's a different kind of tough because men, you're judged by what you achieve, by who you become, by what you become. All right? You can't just sit around and do nothing. And as a man, you're going to be forgotten. And people are going to frown at you. And it's very tough when you feel like you're not making progress. And the world's, you're being cast out of the tribe, or you're going down on the hierarchy. And so, yeah, man, that's a damn gift that you have to try. You should be bloody happy that you got to try. You should be praising the Lord every morning. This is a joyful day. I'm waking up. I'm thankful to be alive. This is a, beautiful and wonderful day that I have ahead of me. That I have the ability to become something. that I have the ability to adapt, to evolve, to become something great. That should give you self-esteem in itself, and all your little oddities, all your little weird things about you that you think are weird. Maybe you're deep into conspiracies. Maybe you really like crypto. Maybe you just like some weird stuff that is out of the norm. They call it weird, right? Or they call it nerd. Again, another psyop to make you feel bad about yourself. You need to realize these are gifts, dude. These are what make you interesting. That's what forms your personality. And it might be a little rocky at first, but over time that develops. 20 to 30, a lot of stuff changes. Sometimes I notice in the early 20s, you're really holding on to stuff very strongly and opinions and beliefs. You get a little bit older, that can start to change, or they get polished, Like they just get polished. So they're not so rough around the edges. The 20s are like the early 20s you're rough around the edges, but you're growing and you're learning. And so just take that as a damn gift, man. That makes you great. Seriously, it makes you great having these interests and figuring things out, and keep waking up every day and trying and becoming and conquering and having that spirit about you. Having a philosophy for yourself. All right? Having a personality about you. Finding humor in things. Not being afraid to laugh. Not taking everything so seriously. Not being soft and afraid all the time. But actually going in and grabbing your nuts and using the testosterone that you have as a man, because we're risk takers, man. We're seekers. We're adventurers. Okay? We're pirates, baby. And that's what makes us so wonderful. And that's a special gift. And so accept that about yourself and really embrace it. And it's going to, I think, unlock something in you where you stop battling yourself all the time. You stop having this low self-esteem about yourself. So that's really the video, man. Have some heart. Have some mother freaking heart. Go out there and make some stuff happen. Last thing, man, you got to develop it. You got to develop this wheel and deal nature. This like, look at old movies from the 90s. Look at they're more of like a gangsterness to the guys. There's more of an understanding that this dude's a man. There's a certain swagger. It's not all about the dress. It's not all about. It's more of like, man, I'm not afraid to get in, throw down. I'm not afraid to throw down, to get in a little bit of argument. I don't need to be nice. That's what it is, man. Everyone's so damn concerned about upsetting people. You need to have a little bit of backbone. You need to have a lot of backbone, okay? Or the world's just going to blow you over. So have some freaking pride, man. Have some freaking heart. Make stuff happen. Go in and make stuff happen. The ability to adapt rapidly under pressure. Boom, boom, boom. And again, it's training. If you're not a master at this, because no one, I don't think I am. I don't think anyone watching this is. I don't know any really. But we can become better. And that target's constantly moving out. But you keep going forward, man. You get better. You adapt. You train. We're always in training. We're in training. Don't get down. That's the fight of your life. It's a spiritual battle. You wake up every day. Stop getting down and depressing and being negative with yourself. Stop that shit already. Shut it down. All right? Stop living like that. You can't allow yourself to get in that mindset. This is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it, dude. All right? And let's keep going. It's time to conquer. Hi, Thumos. Peace.